So a precious sister in the Lord raised a question on whether or not Christian parents should allow their children to participate in Halloween and celebrate Halloween with the trick-or-treating and all the dressing up and those type of things. I will say right off the bat that I would fall in the group that would say no. And the reason why I would say no is because I've studied Halloween and I know its origins. I know what Halloween was birthed out of. And I think it would be very difficult to know that and to know what surrounds the holiday and still participate in it, regardless of how our present society and generation has commercialized it and made it something that seems innocuous and innocent and just fun and a cool thing to do. I think the question for the believer is this: does the King that I serve take offense to me as his representative taking place or taking a part in a celebration of something that has extremely dubious origins? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves. Paul the Apostle says this: we cannot eat from the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils at the same time. So is Halloween something that has been offered by devils, orchestrated by the realm of darkness? If we're honest, we should be able to easily answer that question. The Apostle Paul also says for us to flee the very appearance of evil. Does Halloween have an appearance of evil? Or does it have an appearance of something pure and good and wholesome? Again, I think if we answer that question honestly, we can clearly say without any ambiguity that it absolutely does have an appearance of evil. Then according to Paul, which is according to Jesus, what then should be our recourse concerning it? Flee the very appearance of evil. Not enter into because you're not celebrating that aspect of it. No, flee the very appearance of the celebration of that day. I want to say very clearly that unless God intervenes, children will die tonight. Okay, blood of innocent children will be sacrificed and spilled to the God of this world. That is going to happen. And I know that because I've spoken to Satanists before about this, and I won't go into the details and the graphic nature of what they do. But there's going to be loss of life and the shedding of the blood of the innocents tonight. This is the holy high day in the realms and the arena of Wicca and witchcraft and sorcery. So again, those are some of the reasons why I would not allow our children to participate in Halloween from the earliest when they were children. And we told them the reasons why that they shouldn't do that. So though there were times where they wanted to dress up and participate, we did not allow them to do that simply because we could not in good conscience allow them to enjoy the giddy, gleeful frivolities of a day that really celebrates darkness and evil and death. So for the believer, though, that's the question that we have to ask. Is Christ okay with me going out and getting candy when the blood of innocence will be spilled to Satan tonight? Is he okay that I'm going to take my kids out and just go door to door and take advantage of a day that was birthed out of occultic activity and satanic, devilish things? I would say he probably isn't okay with that. As Christians, we cannot do what other people do in society just because it's traditional, it's trendy. We have to do our best to filter everything through the grid of the extremity of God's holiness and the extremity of who he is in his character. And Halloween is completely antithetical to the person and the character of Jesus Christ. Therefore, we have to see it as something that he would not be okay with. That is my perspective. Amen. May the Lord God bless you. May he make his face to shine upon you this evening. And may he himself give you and your family peace. God bless and farewell.